The top at 5:30. This week's inflation numbers showed food and housing costs went up over the last year, and that's hurting some families here in South Florida. One Broward County organization says it is seeing more and more mothers having to choose between rent.
Child, look at the two of them. Don't they look like twins? I like both of those outfits, though. Shout out to the hostesses, the newscasters, the females, the ladies.
Or food, or even having to live in their cars.
And Naja, the nonprofit Broward Healthy Mothers, Healthy Babies Broward says,
Healthy mothers, healthy babies. No healthy fathers? No fathers have any babies? Interesting how that works. Not that we don't already know. Always something for the women, never anything for the men.
When you look at a parking lot like this, you see these cars, you just never know who might be having to use their car as a temporary home.
For Ashley Walker, it happened last night, the first night she spent in her car.
Don't know where to go. Anywhere I've looked around, price is astronomical. It's not feasible.
Remember when people used to do videos where they made up their cars and they put the tent up and the sleeping bags in the back, and they's like, this was wonderful, this is great, I can save so much money. Where them videos go, child? Where did those videos go? Y'all remember that? It was what, 3-4 years ago? They loved it. They was in the parking lot of Planet Fitness, and they could go inside of Planet Fitness and take a shower and exercise for only $10. They were saving money.
She's a single mother of 2, lost her job as a dental assistant when she had to care for her father, and now works as a part-time waitress while her teenage boys stay with a relative. She stays strong for them, but is at her breaking point.
So the boys get to stay with the relative and she got to stay in the car? That's a little weird, right? They just said, oh, we'll take the kids, but girl, get your ass on back out there.
I'm tired of hiding from my kids that I need help sometimes. But
y'all, I know. Where the baby daddy at? Where the baby daddy at? He can't help? Shouldn't they be staying with him? I wonder if he even knows what's going on. I wonder if he was even an option. Because it's not like she said they stay with their dad. She said they stay with a relative. And that relative said they could stay, but she had to go. Allegedly, that's what it sounds like.
every day I'm figuring it out. I'm just tired of being in survival mode.
The nonprofit Healthy Mothers, Healthy Babies helped Walker fend off eviction, but that only lasted so long.
How often are you hearing these stories?
I mean, I don't even know if I could count it. That's how often we are hearing it.
Executive Director Dawn Liberta says many of the women they help are one family emergency away from losing their homes. By one estimate, 44% of renters in Broward County are housing cost burdened, meaning they spend more than 30% of their income on housing.
Can I just pause there for a second? I'm sorry for all the interruptions, but when you buy a home, that is what is communicated to you. Now, I understand that she had to go take care of her father. But if you are house burdened and poor, that's because you made poor decisions when you bought the house. That is the first thing that they tell you, especially if you take a housing counseling class. You definitely don't need to be at the 30%, but we know how the community does. They want to be braggadocious and show off and try to let people know that they got so much, only to their own detriment. You don't have to go to the 30. You could actually go down to the 20. You could be down at 15 so that you're not spending so much money. How many times have we watched all these videos, the people on TikTok talk about how house poor they are? Remember the woman that had a 4-bedroom home? I told y'all she had 4 bedrooms, 2.5 baths with a 2-car garage because that was the thing at one point, which is how 2008 happened. Everybody wanted it. Nobody had to prove any income. She actually did it afterwards, and she had a daggone kid. Her and 1 kid. What the hell she need 4 bedrooms for? But child, what the hell do I know?
No one should have to make a decision on whether to feed their kids that day or pay their rent.
Walker is looking to pick up extra shifts and applying for jobs every day, she says, facing another night in her car without her boys.
Sometimes they'll send me texts, Mom, I love you, you're doing the best, you're the best mom, out of nowhere. And that keeps me going.
You gentlemen, shout out to the Sassy Straights, the Blicks. You are no good until you are deceased or until you are a convict. Maybe if you're in this type of a situation, but based off of the things that you all have told me, even if you are downtrodden, no home, living in your car. Shout out to CGA. Nobody gives a damn. Then once you do the come up and you out here living your life, everybody got a problem with it, child. There's no winning for you sassy streets. Good luck to y'all, though.
Addressing affordability, a Palm Coast single mother feared she would no longer be able to afford her apartment after getting this notice you see there on your screen that her rent was increasing by hundreds of dollars. She's breathing a sigh of relief tonight. She called us in the last hour after learning that her rent will now not increase. It comes after she contacted News4JAX's I-Team. We started asking questions, and consumer investigative reporter Tiffany Salome spoke to the woman prior to that change and explains why other affordable housing residents may want to pay close attention to the fine print in their leases.
So you can either pay attention to the fine print in your leases, of course, which you should. But it sounds like this is some sort of program, HUD, Section 8, one of them, something, because there's so many things. Maybe you should not depend on someone else. Or the person maybe you should depend on should be your significant other. I know, my bad.
We're in Palm Coast today after a single mom of two wrote to us concerned about a almost $400 rent increase she was hit with just 60 days after moving in. So this notice meant that her rent was increasing from about $1,400 a month to $1,700 a month. And that's a number she says she can't afford. We're here today to talk to her and hear what she has to say.
Coming from 2 counties over, and I needed something affordable for me and my 2 kids.
A notice taped on the door is how Erica Robinson found out her affordable apartment would be increasing to $1,725 a month. That's not including...
The only way that they could, allegedly, I don't know Florida, but there's no way that you move in and then they send you a 60-day notice saying that they're increasing the rent. That sounds to me like she didn't get a 1-year lease term, which is typically what you do when you move in. So honestly, this probably is some sort of a program of some sort, or she's doing month to month, because $1,400. So you're going to afford $1,400, not $1,700, which is a possibility, of course. But something is missing in this.
Any extra fees she's required to pay. Tell me about this notice. When did you get this?
This just went out on May 1st. So after 60 days of being here.
So how much is your rent going to increase?
It's going to go to $1,785 from $1,419.
Can you afford that?
No, not really. This apartment is supposed to be considered affordable.
The Palms at Town Center offers a combination of affordable and workforce housing, designed to be based...
Affordable plus workforce housing, exactly. It's some sort of a program. It's the same thing every single time. All these biatches, clearly, I don't want to deal with whoever. Now, you know, not all, of course, not all, child. I don't want to hear nobody's mouth. But enough of them would rather take the chance on an entity that you really can't, you know, talk to, or they call you back whenever they feel like it. There's not one person. They live in another state. They live in another country, blah, blah. We've heard it all, right? So then you got to go to the news. Then you're mad when we talking about you. I'm talking about you. Well, you continue to make the same mistakes over and over and over again. These people would rather work with affordable housing, HUD, Section 8, whatever the program, let's just say a program, than being committed to the person that you had kids with, at least at minimum until you raise your kids. Then you get on this here internet, the TV, and everybody's supposed to feel sorry for y'all? Child, all right. Because life don't life, right? Yeah.
On your income, as long as you make 30 to 40.
Considered affordable.
The Palms at Town Center offers a combination of affordable and workforce housing, designed to be based on your income, as long as you make 30 to...
Child, don't play with me. Don't play with me when it comes to this shit. I know what I'm talking about.
Workforce housing, designed to be based on your income. As long as you make 30 to 80% of the area median income, you can qualify for a reduced rate. HUD.gov tells us the median family income rose from about $93,000 in 2025 to nearly $115,000 in 2026. So were you given any other choice to move into a cheaper unit?
Nope. I even asked if my...
This is a nice place too. You know, I'll be looking in the background. This is a very decent place that she's living in too. Shout out to them for at least not putting people in squalor. We've seen that 1,000,001 times. Maybe that lady from the other thing can come on over here.
Other choice to move into a cheaper unit?
Nope. Nope. I even asked if my application can be reran then technically for this rate to even see if I could even qualify.
I see right here it says lease contract addendum, paragraph 15, right? Mm-hmm. So they're like, yep, you signed this.
Sure enough, we checked out Erica's lease. In the special provisions section, it says, quote, owners shall increase the rent to a maximum allowable amount based on the new AMGI. That's the area median gross income.
So are you worried about expenses?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's very frustrating because, like, I've lived in apartments before,
Girl.
and, you know, there's rent increases, but typically it's, like, at the end of your lease. I don't not work. I went to school. I have a degree. I do medical billing coding from home. I
Strong, independent child.
pay for daycare, but it's like, what do you do when your hands are tied? Like, have an eviction now if you can't afford to live? I feel like considering this is considered affordable housing, it almost did you more wrong than a regular apartment. I think everyone should be aware of what the current rate is to know potentially if it goes up, like, will you have a place to live? Will you be able to afford it? Are you going to have an eviction?
In Palm Coast, Tiffany Salome, Channel 4, the local station.
Erica Robinson told us she got a call this afternoon from the management company telling her rent will adjust to the original amount that she signed the lease for. First notice. Management will honor the rental terms and rates previously communicated to those households.
Now, because they put that stuff in the daggone lease, they didn't have to do this, but it's still a little shady still. I gotta be honest, it's a little shady. They full of shit. At least they're trying to rectify with everyone else, but this is my thought process on this as well. Move! Because, child, once whatever the minimum that they say it is, they raising them rents. Trust me when I tell you, whenever the time period that they just said, blah, 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 they raising them rents to whatever the median income is. And they're going to go forth going forward after that with everybody else. Y'all know this does not typically happen. So they best go ahead and enjoy it and start looking for another place to live or figure out how they going to make it happen, Captain. But y'all, what do I know? I don't know shit. Anyway, y'all hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you're new. Hype this daggone video. Make sure you comment. I'll see you all in the next one.